Okay, so this is problem number 9 on the Test 2 study guide, and it says the per capita consumption of milk was 27.6 gallons in 1980 and has been steadily decreasing by a decay rate of 1%. So part A asks us, what is the decay factor? Alright, so here we are given that we have a decay rate of 1%. So when we're going from a decay rate to a decay factor, we will do 1 minus our decay rate. So our decay rate is 1%, but we can't plug in 1%, so we've got to change this to a decimal, so we move this over 2 places. So we have 0.01. Well, again, we said that we're going from a decay rate to a decay factor, so it's 1 minus our rate. So 1 minus 0.01 equals 0.99. And this is our decay factor. So now it's asking us to write the expression of the exponential function for this situation. Alright, so it tells us up here that our per capita consumption of milk was 27.6 gallons in our first year. So since this was our first year, this is the same as writing the point 0, because this is our year x equals 0. 0.0, comma 27.6. So we know that because our x value here is 0, our y value is our initial value, or our y-intercept. So when we're writing our equation, we know that our equation is y equals that 27.6. And then we found our decay factor, 0.99, raised to the x. Alright, so this is our exponential function. And then part C says, according to your model, what should the per capita consumption be in 2020? A lot of this class is just plug and chug, so we have our equation. We're plugging in the year 2020 to find out what our per capita consumption should be. Alright, so we can't just plug in the year 2020. We need to plug in according to our x. So our first year, 1980, was our x equals 0. There we go. So the year 2020 is 40 years later. So this is x equals 40. So we're going to be plugging in x equals 40 and solving for our y. And you could also do that by just doing 2020 minus 1980. And that gives you 40. Sorry, my dog is crying for food right now. Alright, so again, we're using this expression and just plugging in 40 for x. So we have y equals 27.6 times 0.99 to the 40th power. And you plug this into your calculator. And when you plug that in, you'll get that y equals 18.464, and our units are gallons because we're asking what the per capita consumption should be, and that's in gallons. So our final answer here is 18.464 gallons. Oh, hello, puppy. You sit right there. Okay, and then for part D, it says, using your model and algebra, when was the per capita consumption of milk 24 gallons? Stay over there. Alright, and I'm going to erase this part up here so we can see the screen since my dog decided to lay down. Okay, so what we're going to be doing is we're going to be using our equation that we had. So our equation was y equals 27.6 times 0.99 to the x. And now we're going to be solving for when our per capita was 24 gallons. So we're going to be plugging in 24 gallons for y. Sorry, the question's kind of covered up, but we're going to be plugging 24 in for y to solve for x. So 24 equals 27.6 times 0.99 to the x. Alright, so now we've got to start getting this x by itself, so we've got to divide both sides by 27.6. And when you divide these, you get 0.869565 to 1739. Now I would just keep that in your calculator so you can use it again, because we're not rounding off in the middle of the problem. We round off at the end of problems. So that's why this is a little long, but you could just keep it in your calculator. Alright, so this is equal to 0.99x. Alright, So now to get this by itself, we have to rewrite this in a logarithm. So our exponent equals, so x equals, so now we write log. So our log and our bases are the same, log 0.99 of this big long number that we have here. 8, 6, 9, 5. I'm just going to write dot, 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 because you guys know where it came from. Alright, and then when we plug this into our calculator and we solve, or you do your change of base, however you need to if your calculator doesn't have the base button, you will get x is equal to 13.9. But this isn't our final answer because it asks us when. So it's asking for what year the per capita consumption of milk was 24 gallons. So 13.9 is in a year. So we need to add that 13.9 to our original year, our first year. So our x equals 0. So 1980 plus, so 13.9. Let me line up those decimals, do this properly. 13.9. So then we're in the year 1993. So this is your final answer for part D.